Hi, crafty friends. It's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and I'd like to welcome you to the Crafty Corner today. So today is March's Just Cards class, and I'm going to give you a quick put together of the 3 cards in our packet for this month. So we're going to start with the Easter card. Okay, Easter card. In your packet you have 2 cards. So a cool thing to know is that this stamp set, or you may have something similar, features the greeting Hello Easter and Hello Spring. They were different sizes, so I put them on differently. I am going to show you the Happy Easter one when we make it, but you can see it's a very small difference and easy to do. Okay, so we're going to start. You have a couple things. There will be 2 pieces of very vanilla in here. One is for the front of your card. One is for the inside. So you can set that one aside for a moment. Okay. This we're going to glue on first. You could use, if you have, I don't think snail is enough. I like to use our Tombow Mono Adhesive Multi-Liquid Glue. I don't know. I just call it Tombow. It has a very long name, because of the intense texture of this 3D embossing folder. And I pre-emboss these if you're getting this in the mail. Otherwise, you should look at it. It's so cool. And it's a free product right now. With a $100 order, you get the embossing folder and this beautiful basket stamp set. But in the kit, I have pre-embossed. You could also use any other one that really kind of strikes your fancy. But when they're really thick like this, I feel that the liquid glue holds them better. And so you want to go about 1/4 inch from the outside. Give it a little squiggle. Okay, so if you have some other adhesive, that's fine. Our Fast Fuse, I do think, works too. All right, and then that is going on, and we're going to, ooh, I got really close to the edge. So if it comes out, you can wipe it off. I am going to glue that on. And the other nice thing about using the liquid glue is there is a little bit of wiggle room. And I pretty much always get things on crooked, and I've learned to just, find the best side and go there. So we want to give it some pressure. Again, because this embossing folder is so amazing, and it makes this incredible texture for your card. And you do have to hold it for a little bit. Hold it and let it settle. Okay. I think I got it on there good. Okay, and then I'm going to set that aside and let that dry a little bit. Okay, next up, the stamping. Today's stamping on this card features a lot of layers. This 2 of these circles are from the layering thinlits, layering circle thinlits, and then this one is my all-time favorite, the stitched thinlit dies. Okay, so in the kit they come already pre-cut. In class we usually stamp first and then cut, but since this is a photopolymer stamp, you can see right through. We're using chocolate chip ink, but any sort of brown will work fine. I'm going to ink up my bunny. So I like to tap, 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 tap it a little bit. And then I'm going to stamp my cute little chocolate bunny right in the middle. Give him a gentle pressure, a 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to peel him. Yay, and I'm super happy with that bunny. Okay, the other stamping, I'm going with Happy Easter. So there's a strip already pre-cut for you. You need your Happy Easter. And again, tap, tap, tap. And then I'm going to put it in the center. Give it a little pressure. And carefully take that off. Okay, I'm going to let that sit aside. And then you know what I'm going to do? This is the page in the inside. Sometimes it's nice. This stamp set, I'm just going to do the bunny. But there was a couple little flowers in it. I should show it to you. It's called Hello Easter. So if you didn't get this one already, you might want to add that to your arsenal of, look at that pretty Easter egg. I saw a cool idea on Pinterest or something yesterday. I'm going to make some Easter eggs later. Okay, so I inked my bunny, and then I'm going to stamp him off on my grid paper, and then I'm going to stamp him here in the corner. Isn't that cute? Sometimes it's nice to open your card and have a little bit extra. And I'm going to leave it blank because I'm not going to stamp Happy Easter again. I would just write that. I like to write on the insides, but you could stamp it if you like. Okay, so now we build up our card. So using snail or whatever your adhesive of choice is, I'm going to put enough on there. And then it goes on the pink scalloped. And this is just a tiny edge that's going to show. It's going to be crooked, but that's okay. Will my nieces or nephews mind? I don't think so. And then I'm going to do the same thing onto the So Saffron. So this pink is powder pink, which is one of, oops, I'm out. Which is, and just in case you didn't know, I should do that slower. Our snails are refillable. So the first time you buy it, it's $7. But then this part comes off and goes in the trash, and they're $4.50 for the refills. And I'm telling you, ours are the best. You can buy them somewhere else. You can use your coupon somewhere else. It's not actually going to be as good. So it's kind of up to you. You know, sometimes there's certain things we want to be of a higher quality. And I'm totally fine as long as you choose some Stampin' Up! In there. Okay, and my bunny goes in the center. So powder pink is one of our in colors. So Saffron is in the Subtles collection. Okay, my Happy Easter. The other thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to notch the edges. Sometimes I worry it with my bone folder and make it like a different kind of banner, but I'm just going to cut up a little bit and then cut from the corner to the piece and a corner to the piece. And I'm going to hope that I do this good the first time. Ooh, I'm happy with that. Can we do it again? And it's okay if my scissors answer no. And I'm going to do that one. Okay, that's not bad. There we go. I'll take it. And I'm going to just move my little bits out of the way. All right, let's make this card. Your doily, if it's a whole doily, you are just going to cut it in half. Just chop it right up the center. I already have a half left over that's laying here, so I'm going to use that. So bring back in my card front. I'm going to decide visually where I want this. Do I want it more towards the top? Do I want it more towards the bottom? Do I want it right in the middle? I'm going to go just like I did kind of in the sample, a little bit more towards the top. Then I take everything off and I know I want it right here. So I'm going to put my very clear line of snail right across there. And then my doily comes back on. And then next, my piece of powder pink ribbon. I could leave the edges straight. I could do them at an angle, or I could do that banner thing again. So with the ribbon, it's pliable. I'm going to fold it in half, cut from the rounded to the points, and I'm going to get that little pennant end or banner end. Same thing, from the rounded to the points. There we go. And then this ribbon, I'm going to put it on with 3 mini glue dots. I think that they hold, with the different material, they hold better. So I take my scissors, I tuck it under, and I pull it off. Oops. And sometimes they get stuck on your finger, which can be bad because they just stay. Okay, so 3 little mini glue dots here. And then I'm going to, make sure it's stuck to the ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to flip this over and just put it across the top and push it down. Okay, next on my party here, my bunny needs some dimensionals. So I'm going to flip him over, and I'm going to do 3. Yes, I'm going to do top. And I'm using up the edge of a sheet of dimensionals, which I recommend. There's nothing wrong with these. They're also great for cutting into small pieces when you need little bits here and there. But here we go. So there's my bunny, and he's going to go on there. And then my Happy Easter is going to come across the front. So I just need a dimensional on each side. And again, I'm using these extra bits, which I pre-cut. I like to do that sometimes so they're just ready to go. Peel off the backing. Put it, you know, you could do it low and see, I like to cover up the base of the bunny. That for me, oh well, now that I'm looking at it, I want to cover up right there. Happy Easter. Okay, and then your card front, when I send it in a kit, it's a half a sheet of paper. You fold it in half. And if you have a bone folder, use a bone folder. Smooth it all out. Okay, then this is going to go on front. So I'm going to go ahead. You could use your Tombow again. Use your Fast Fuse. I'm going to use Snail. But I am going to go all the way around because I wouldn't want my card front to fall off. All the way around. And then since this card is heavy, and I'm actually going to do 2 strips there. But I do my strips. I don't rush it. But that way there's adequate coverage because this is a pretty weighty card front. And then this is going right on the card base. Okay, push it all down, and then I'm going to open it up. Now, I'm not going to do as much snail on this. I do the corners both ways. And I'm going to do a piece in the middle. And then I'm going to put my inside. If you want to stamp on your envelope, the envelopes are included in your kit. You can always do that, but there we go. Happy Easter. Isn't that cute? Okay, we're going to keep moving on. About 10 minutes for that card. You have 2. Pause the video. Do it again. You need help? Go back and find the information. You can always message me, and I'm happy to help. Okay, next, we're going on to the gray card. Let me show you what this looks like. So this is one of my favorite basic card layouts. You can use this with any kind of designer series paper. It's a couple layers, and then any greeting that fits in your circle or your oval. And this is the stamp set? I do. This is the Rose Wonder stamp set in the annual catalog, and it has lots of choices. With sympathy, wedding wishes, happy birthday, thank you. What a beautiful blessing you are to me. Lots, and then there's little verses. If you like Bible verses, you can use those. Lots of things, and then there's a pretty little flower in there, and there's also a huge, I should show you how huge this is before we move on. Look how huge this rose is. We have used it in class, and there's some pretty leaves. And there's even a die for the flowers and for this, but today we're keeping it simple. So I'm going to stamp my piece, which in the kit comes pre-cut. So anything that fits in this oval, and I kept this card simple on purpose. And I am going to stamp it. Where's my stamp? Huh, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to run grab my stamps. I washed them from class and I did not bring them over. So you get to look at nothing for a moment. Okay, here I come. I'm coming. I'm ready. That's how it happens in class. You'll be opening a pack and be like, what do I do? But don't worry. In the kit, hopefully I've included everything. I'm going to go happy birthday on this one. And so I'm just going to stamp it right in the center. So any stamp that will fit in there is great. A nice little happy birthday. And then on my inside white piece, you know what? I am actually going to go a little crazy on this one. And I'm going to stamp part of a flower there and part of a flower there. I'm going to touch it up a little bit. And then on my inside piece, I'm going to do 3 flowers coming across the bottom. There we go. So that's the stamping on that one. You could stamp on the envelope too if you wanted, but it's pretty straightforward. And then this was cut out just like the last one. Stitch framelets, scalloped framelets. Okay, so we need a little snail on the back of this. And I do like to make sure, you know, like how it didn't start right there, make sure it's all on there. See if I can do a better job than I did on the circle with the bunny. There we go. Okay, so then how do I build this? This one, these are exactly half. Sometimes I'll do one that's more and one that's less. It can be kind of fun that way. They can go either way. So you're gonna pick one piece, and I would snail all the edges gently. And then you're gonna line it up one side or the other and just sort of look for an even border side to side and top to bottom. And then we're gonna push it down. Then we're going to do the same with our other piece. You could also just do a piece of 4 times 5 1/4 DSP, but this is really fun. This is the new free paper for Celebration also, only through the end of this month. So if you want it, you got to place an order or talk to me. Okay, so then we have that. And then the ribbon. If you got this in a kit, you might be thinking, how does this ribbon go all the way around? And Audra would tell you it doesn't. So I'm going to show you how that works. You're going to flip this over, and where your seam is, you're going to put some snail. Okay, and you're going to do it on both sides. And then line this up. And have, you know, at least 1/2 inch to 1 inch. The ribbon should be long enough for you, and do the same thing on the other side. And if you don't get it kind of in the center, you can pick it off. So don't push it down too hard now. We'll push it down more strongly in a moment. And then you're going to take the ribbon, and you can go to the right or the left. With an oval, you would want to go to a side so that there's room. and I'm going to pull it. See how I pulled it up and I have it to the top, and I'm going to snip it. And then I tie my knot here, and I'm going to tie just a double knot once. I'll try to tie with a longer piece. One side ended up a little longer. Twice. If you do it and it's too loose, you can pull it off at the back and pull it tighter. Okay, I'm going to leave those long for just a moment. And now I need dimensionals. Or you could just snail it on. That would work too. And I'm going to put, see how I put 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. I don't usually like to stick the dimensionals to the ribbon. That's just me. I think it doesn't stick as well. So that's my tip. You know, you stick it any way you want. We all have our way, or what way we learned that works for us. And I'm going to flip this over and put it right there. Okay. And then my card base gets folded in half. This is our basic gray. These 2 grays, I really, really like them. Smoky slate and basic gray. I think they're so pretty. And then bring this back in. When I snail this, I want to make sure and go over that ribbon. That way it is adhered from both sides. So the chance of it coming off is pretty slim. So a cool thing, if I'm making one card, I might go all the way around. But when you're making lots of card, I have saved probably 4 or 5 inches, probably 4 inches there. And 4 times 12, I don't know, it's a big number. It really saves a lot. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to line this up and stick it down. Okay. You could use your snips if you go careful, or sometimes a pair of ribbon or material scissors will cut this softer ribbon just a little better. And there we go. Okay, so I got, oh, and you know what? I was thinking it was a vertical card, which it could be, but it is horizontal and it will work just fine. And then I'm going to put my inside in. Okay, so some adhesive in the corner. I'm going to put them on the side right there. Line it up a little bit. And there we go. Happy birthday. Cute little card. All right, let's move on. And our last card, okay, our last card I totally saw on Pinterest or on a demo site. And I was like, oh my gosh, how cute, but how simple and how pretty. Man, woman, adult, child, this is your go-to birthday card. This stamp set, which I don't have over here by me, what is it called? I don't know. I will have to look it up. It's some kind of birthday set. It just is filled with birthday wishes. All different kinds of birthday wishes. Okay, so let's get started. In your packet, there are 2 sizes of Very Vanilla. You want the small one. And I'm pretty sure in the packet, I usually try to put it like this. Inside piece, card front, card front. Okay, so you want the small one. We are going to sponge a little bit. So we need some Lemon Lime Twist or 2 shades of green. Tranquil Tide, one of our in colors. Is this a retiring in color or staying in color? I think this is staying. These 2 colors are staying for another year, which I like. I love that Stampin' Up! Does that, but I do get a little sad when the colors I like go away. Couple sponges. These are Stampin' Up! Sponges. I did cut them apart, which is nice to give me more. And then I'm going to tap, 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 and then lightly sponge. Because you can always sponge more, but it's hard to take it away. The cool thing is you always have 2 sides, so you can turn your card over, and I'm happy right there. And then a little Tranquil Tide, tap, 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 and I'm going to sponge in that spot where I left it off, and I'm going to sponge here. So just enough to give our card some atmosphere. Okay, Tranquil Tide I won't need. I'm going to use that Lemon Lime Twist again. All right, next up, and you could actually do these in either order, which is kind of cool, but I'm going to stamp this big happy birthday stamp in Early Espresso, so in a nice brown ink right in the center. Or actually probably a hair higher than center. And I'm going to push it down and then carefully come up. There we go, happy birthday. And then, let me get rid of this. I'm always putting my hand in the ink, so I try to close them up when I'm done. Then the other happy birthday, which is in the same set, so it's a great set to get if you don't have a lot of happy birthday stamps, I'm just going to ink and stamp across. There we go. And that makes me very happy. Haha, I'm happy with those happy birthdays. Okay, and then we build our card. So it's just some layers. I am going to, and this one has no ribbon or no embellishments. It's keeping it simple, just some sponging and stamping. Okay, so first card front to my piece of Tranquil Tide. Good. Then, before I snail it all up, fold that card base in half. Okay, and now let's do that. Oops. Little bits I'll clean up when I'm done. It's pretty funny. Let's take that off. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on my card. Ah, it went on a little crooked, but you know what? Will someone know? Probably not. And then my card base going in the inside. I'm going to leave this one blank. This one blank. Okay, and put that inside. And of course, you would do this on both cards because you get 2 of each. And then a cool thing, let's see if I can find that other sample, is you can get a little creative. When you're making 2, sometimes, look, one vertical, one horizontal. I like them both. Just like in the Easter card, one said Easter, one said Hello Spring. The other card, you know, I did one sympathy, one wedding wishes. This pattern is so nice because really it can say anything. So there you go. March's Just Card class. Thank you so very much for stopping by and stay crafty.